Something happened inside Madison Square Garden that the Knicks fan base needs to hear about. And it's not as simple as a preseason loss. The New York Knicks just took a 120-103 defeat to the Washington Wizards. But what truly matters isn't the scoreboard. It's what this game revealed about the depth of this roster. Because behind this meaningless preseason matchup, there are major signs that could define how ready this team really is to chase a championship. Stay until the end. Because what we saw from Tyler Kolek, Malcolm Brogdon, and the Knicks' second unit might change how you see this team heading into the season. But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Knicks fan, make sure you're subscribed to Knicks News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this season by hitting that subscribe button now. The New York Knicks are not done yet. It's official. The Washington Wizards walked into Madison Square Garden on Monday night and handed the Knicks' second unit a wake-up call. Final score, Wizards 120, Knicks 103. But before anyone panics, let's be clear, as this wasn't the real Knicks team out there. All 5 regular starters, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, and Karl-Anthony Towns arrested. Key role players like Josh Hart, Ariel Hukporti, and Landry Shamet were also out. That meant the spotlight shifted to the bench, and more importantly, to the players fighting for a place in the rotation. This was supposed to be a night for the backups to shine. Instead, it turned into a reminder that not everyone is ready to handle the pressure of the Garden Lights. Marvin Bagley led the way for Washington with an 18-point, 11-rebound double-double, while rookie Will Riley, the Wizards' 21st overall pick, came off the bench to score 17. For the Knicks, Tyler Kolek tried to carry the load, putting up 20 points, 6 assists, and hitting 7 of his 13 shots. But even his solid performance wasn't enough to mask the team's struggles. Yes, it's preseason, but what happens in games like this matters. Why? Because this is when coaches start deciding who earns minutes and who's on the trade block. And here's where things get interesting. There's growing talk that the Knicks are evaluating whether to keep their veteran newcomers, Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet, or open up opportunities for younger players like Kolek and Pakome. And after this game, let's just say the debate isn't settled. Kolek, despite the loss, was one of the few bright spots. Confident, efficient, and aggressive. Exactly what you want to see from a young guard trying to prove he belongs. But the rest of the second unit? They struggled to keep up. The Knicks were badly out-rebounded. With Hukporti sidelined due to illness, the team lacked size and rim protection. The Wizards took full advantage, dominating the paint and controlling second-chance points. Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson both had their moments, but overall, the offense lacked rhythm. There were flashes of potential, like Pakome hitting back-to-back threes early in the game, but the consistency wasn't there. Still, this isn't a reason to panic. In fact, it's a wake-up call that could actually help the Knicks. This is what preseason is for, to expose weaknesses before the games start to count. Head coach Tom Thibodeau now has valuable insight into who can handle big minutes when the main roster rests. It's also a reminder that depth wins championships, and right now, the Knicks still have work to do in that department. The good news? They'll get one more tune-up before the real action begins. The Knicks close out their preseason this Friday at Madison Square Garden against the Charlotte Hornets. That game could be the final audition for several players on the edge of the rotation, and possibly on the edge of trade talks. So don't overlook what happened tonight. This loss may have looked meaningless on paper, but it revealed key truths about the team's depth, chemistry, and the battles happening behind the scenes for roster spots. The Wizards might have won the game, but for the Knicks, this was about finding answers. And with the regular season just days away, those answers could define whether New York starts the year strong or still searching for its identity. So here's the real question. Knicks fans, after seeing the bench exposed like this, do you still believe this roster is deep enough to go all the way? Because if the Knicks want to compete with teams like Boston or Milwaukee, The second unit can't just get by, it has to dominate. Friday's game against the Hornets might not sound huge, but for a few players, it could be their last chance to prove they belong in New York. Stay tuned, because this preseason finale could decide more than you think.